Boom! It's JFL Live, and we are back in the house, and it's Saturday, and I'm cheering on my Florida State. I don't care what nobody say. We got some craziness going on in the house, so I'm going to say what's up first to Johnny Jaguar. What's up, baby?
What's up? You know who it is, Johnny Jaguar out here. Halloween, got the Blake Bortles outfit on. You know, I see you got the Willie Taggart outfit going, or Florida State booster. I don't know which one, but it's both, very disappointing here to show them the colors here. But it's okay. We ain't going to harass you about your team not being a top 25 for the last 10 years. It's okay. But who do we got to the right of me? What is that?
What is going on?
Welcome to JFL Live, the Halloween edition. We want to welcome you to our show.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Big Hen is coming hard today.
Big Head has bust open in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, y'all? Hey, man, I had to get this ghost up out here. Hey, get out of my house. Man, you can't stay in here. What are you? Hey, get out of here. Yeah. It's Big Head, baby. You don't mess with me. You don't know who I am. I'm Duval Finest, baby. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Hey. What's going on, guy? I'm coming in, man. Man, I got to get myself right, man, because you know what I'm saying? That dang ghost was trying to take over the show. You feel me?
He tried to do the slack on you, huh?
Man, he tried to take over the show, man. I don't appreciate that, man. So what's been going on, fellas?
Man, this losing. Woo, this losing. The Jaguars getting bad and bad each week.
Johnny Jaguar, Marone still got a job. What's up with that?
Are you shocked by Shaq Khan's track record? He doesn't let people leave when they suck. Look at all the years. Old boy, the coach was terrible. Gus Bradley, 3-14. All these terrible. The thing is, it's so crazy to me. Nah, he's a Rasta.
Hey, mine. You talking about Coach Brad? Touching about coaches today. Okay, let's talk the business.
The crazy part is he gives everybody so many chances and like real life stuff. You don't get that many chances to keep failing. So do you think he's gonna get fired? He'll probably get fired if he does get fired. Probably week 12 to 16. That's when he'll get fired. Man, if he gets fired.
Hey, that's the NFL. Look, I done seen people get chances out the chances, and y'all seen it too a couple of times. But that's how it is sometimes, man. Look, I don't know.
It's crazy.
I've been there. We was 5-10 my first 2 years. I mean, they got a chance to win at least 4 more games. At least be in the record what we did to not be. But you got to finish. Look, I know we doing bad. I know me and Tony done lost our bet.
Yeah, he did. That Roof Chris, I can't wait. Hey, I'm going to get a special outfit. I'm going to order me an outfit. I'm going to have Cam. Lex is going to be recording Tony the whole night.
But look, man.
Oh, man.
Look.
We're going to let everybody know when we go.
Yeah, but you got to finish. All I'm saying is that when we was in this predicament, we told ourselves we got to finish. We got to play good because we don't want to leave no bad taste in the fans' mouth. Even though it is a bad taste, we want to show them that we can finish and finish strong. And that was the main goal for what we had to do at the end, close to the end of the season.
So those 2 years that we were terrible with you playing, how did you do individually those 2 years?
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course I did great, man. I did my job. Yeah.
So was it hard to look at the team and they sucked, but you're Pro Bowl level, killing it like that, and you see everybody else is struggling? Like, what's that like?
No, when I look back at it, because, I just went and did my job. I didn't start to the third game, Philadelphia game. But we had a lot of guys, but guess what was going on? There was a lot of confusion in the front office, too. There was a lot of here it is with Tom Coughlin firing and all that stuff. You heard all that, too. And then you got Jack coming in. Guess what? That's new coach. And guess what? It still look like they're doing it today. New coach. It hasn't changed since 2002, since I've been here.
Listen, the Jaguars have a reputation of doing 2 things. Losing and letting people go to end up going to the Super Bowl or the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why that.
I mean,
so much.
I mean, every time somebody leave, you see them on the news. Playoff,
Hey,
Super Bowl.
I thought I was going to win one when I went to Oakland. Denied. I said, well, maybe I can get a Super Bowl. And guess what? I was trying to find a team. First when I had a Kansas City. I was looking at Kansas City. And something happened with my agent that I had to fire him because he wasn't doing his job right. So my wife made me fire him. And, then I wind up, for some reason, Al Davis want me. And so you know what I did? I went on down there. If you want me, I'm going to definitely come on down there. So, yeah, I didn't get that opportunity to get that Super Bowl like a lot of other guys did, but hey.
So John, we look at the Jaguars.
Yeah.
All the fans, I get texts all week. I get it, guys. Everybody know what I know. The only coach right now that get any kind of praise is Keenan McCardell. The wide receivers are good, Joe. And for y'all people that's fussing about Minshew and here come this Trevor Lawrence cry, let me tell y'all this. Trevor Lawrence can't play defense. So while everybody crying about getting Trevor Lawrence, bring Trevor Lawrence here if you want to. You might end up with the same BS as before. How about that? I know, Johnny Jaguar, you got something to say. I know. Go ahead and say it.
Okay, you get him with the first pick. You got another first-round pick. You got 14 picks, and you got like the second most money to spend. Trust me, he's a building block. Yes, he's not going to solve all the problems. Offense, defense, you need it all. But with what we have with the draft capital and the cash money, you can make a 2017 team happen. That simple. But it starts with the quarterback. And look, if you want to look at a good quarterback play, look at Wilson. The defense is terrible, last in the league, and he's out here having them 5-1. All about quarterback play. You have to risk it to get the biscuit. We have to risk everything to get the biscuit. Simple as that. You can be an okay team, but if your quarterback's top notch, they're going to get you them wins and get you to the playoffs.
Well, let me tell you this. I'm really disappointed with the Jaguars in a lot of things. I don't know what's happening. I don't even know if they're having meetings anymore. I don't even know. I mean, at this point, it looks like the Jaguars have seriously just said, the hell with it. I mean, from the coaching staff to the bad calling to, Doug Marrone get on TV every weekend. What's the first thing Doug Marrone says? He's like, well, as long as I'm here and they haven't let me go, I'm going to do my best because we're going to do our best as a team. I mean, he's got that script down. John, if you're a player, how many times can you hear that before you say, go on and fire his ass?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I may be behind, but that's what he was saying.
I mean,
but the players know too. What are you going to do? Let's be honest, he got robbed this year. They got rid of all of their talent, traded it off, put all rookies and underdraft guys here. How do you expect the guy to win? Let's be real. Let's keep it 100.
And I don't think, y'all got to understand, I don't think he had any say-so in that. He probably said something, but guess what? It was the other guy that had the decision. So it could have went that way. So I don't want to put it all on Doug, but see, now Doug looking at it like, you done took everything, all my leadership away. What are we lacking, guys? Leadership. You took that away, and I can see why he's upset. And that leadership goes with the players too. He can do his part, but still, you got to have those players that are leadership. So maybe that's why he looked down or stuff like that, man. But,
you got to have lemons to make lemonade. Am I right? Yeah, we don't got lemons to make the lemonade.
Man,
right.
Listen,
that's true. Yeah.
You can't say. Let me tell you something. When you make it in the NFL, it's what the 2%. 2% of players in college make it to the NFL. So you telling me that squad that we got is undeserving to be in the NFL?
No. Shit,
not that, but we have the lesser end of the 2%. We're more at the 2% instead of the 1%ers. John was a 1%er. Someone who doesn't play much is a 2%er, or who doesn't have the talent. Simple as that. We have more 2% players than 1%. Simple as that.
There's no way anybody can convince me that 2% of college players are brought into the league in the NFL. And so for Jacksonville can't even be that lucky to get all bad players.
Well, not saying bad, but we don't have that talent that takes you to the next level. We don't have the quarterback. We don't have the defensive interior going after people. We don't have another cornerback besides CJ Henderson, like AJ Boye. We don't have the safeties.
Hey, John, y'all know it takes a special person to build leadership.
That's right.
Right? It takes a
Calais,
special person.
Calais Campbell, guys like that.
He was that guy, leadership on, off, in between, in the middle, all that. You took that away. What do you expect is going to happen? You got guys that's doing this and this when he was bringing them together. And I saw that with my own eye. He did what I did. I get with the rookies. When I came in, everywhere I go, I'm with the rookies. Somebody was with me, I'm going to be with them, tell them, show them. Hey, all I can do is plant the seed in your head. Hope you don't do those crazy things and hope you do the right thing, take care of your body, do this, what the Freddie T and Mark Brunell told me and Tony Brackens, all them. I'm telling you what they told me and giving it to you. That's how I did it in the Jaguars, and that's how I did it with the Raiders. And that's why we were successful at the Raiders. Y'all don't even understand. It's so deeper than just playing football. You got to get and talk to these cats. These cats going through some stuff too. They getting hit. Yeah, they getting hit with these rookies. Everybody calling them. What I'm doing? You was a college student. Now you getting 2.5, 6 million, 10 million, 30 million. Do you understand that? Said, boop, hey, that went just like that. Just like that. Now you millionaire.
You know, from ramen noodles to eating lobster and steak, baby.
And so your playbook is this thick, okay? And you got 900 people coming here. Bow. Come on now. Come on. Y'all, hey, I got to bring it to you real. They got all that. Then when I sit down and I talk to them, that's what they don't have. I promise you they don't have that now because a lot of them going through some stuff, but that's what the leadership and the older guys were for.
Look at Josh Allen. Yes, look at Josh Allen, how much he's fallen off from last year. He doesn't have Calais in his ear right now. And how is he going to lead somebody only being second year in the season? Or I'm sorry, second year in the NFL. How are you going to lead that defense? Come on now.
Well, and that goes to my next thing. Big Hand. That goes to my next thing. Disappointing for the Jaguars. So we're almost at the trade deadline, right?
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Jaguars ain't made no moves.
They're not
They haven't
gonna.
done anything.
Why would you?
They're not gonna make no moves, man. No, you're gonna stick this out and ride this season with this.
I mean, if we make moves, it's gonna be trading Miles Jack, DJ Shark, Minshew. It's gonna be our best players. They'll trade for draft capital if we make a move.
Sometimes
we're not bringing people in.
I don't know what they're doing. I can't even say it. Just looks like
the shit is disappointing. It's getting more and more disappointing every day that it looks like, you know, in any company you own, any company that you oversee, you expect management to face adversity. And they're supposed to acknowledge that there's an issue.
Yeah.
So that starts with the head coach.
Yeah.
And you know, and all your directors and everybody else in that back office. You're supposed to identify 3 weeks ago, they're supposed to identify, hey, there's a problem.
Yeah.
And then in that week while they're talking about that problem, now let's take Shad Khan out of the picture because listen, I tell people this all the time. Shad Khan is the owner. Shad Khan's not coming out there and putting on a shirt and driving the forklift and cutting the grass. Okay? That ain't his job. He owned the team. But he got enough people that he pay that this should not be happening. So that's when you go to the owner and say, listen, you're the owner of this team. Now, we understand you got all these people in place, but guess what? Just like you would do your other business, you need to start chopping heads. You need to put some people in there that know what the hell they doing because this what you have is not working.
Right.
And you need to go get the people in Jacksonville. We talked about this last week on the show. People in Jacksonville, there's almost 60 players that's retired in Jacksonville. almost 60 NFL players. So Shad Khan, you need to go and revamp. You need to go to these NFL players and say, you know what? I messed up. I'm not going to get this analytical guy that never played ball. I'm going to get this guy that got 15 years in the NFL. That's who my new general manager going to be. This is who my new president going to be. This is who my new whatever direct, you got to surround Jacksonville with some NFL players. We've never really had that. We always go out and get the guy from Purdue that's analytical. We'll never go get the guy that played football,
right,
that actually know the game. Even when you was there, John, how many players, how many coaches were actually there when you played that actually played football?
I had a couple, but that's it. I had a couple that played the game and knew the game. Jack played, Smitty played, and it was a couple of our linebacker coach played. They played the game. So Ray Hamilton played. We had those. You saying what we're talking about? They was doing it back then.
Yeah.
And it was working. It was working. So I see what you're saying because this is a new generation, man. You got to get coaches you got to get people that can relate to these kids and say, I need you to play, and they go out there and perform.
Dalton, what's happening, baby?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
We got special guest in the house.
What's up,
Hey, Tony, I took your open invitation in here and got in here and started showing you a little bit of teasing you with an FSU board over here.
Oh, man. Okay. FSU. Don't you bring no FSU and y'all lost to
Hey, I'm not an FSU guy, man. I'm just doing this for the cash. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm a sellout. What can I say?
So, Dalton, how do you feel about the Jags? Do you think it starts from the top with Khan not being involved enough and not really putting his footprint in like he did his bumper business? Because let's be honest, the Jaguars are a bad business. They're losing badly. Not like a bumper business where he puts all his money into. I mean, how do you feel about him not really coming to bat like he does his other businesses?
Dude, the Jaguars are what we thought they were, and it sucks with Shad Khan because you want an owner that's around, but I mean he's clearly not around, and it's almost like as long as the Jaguars stay profitable, which they are, he's making money from the Jaguars. It just seems like as long as he's doing that, he'll just kind of stick around. But there's no way because us as fans, we sit here on Sundays and just get sickened by the product on the field.
And drunk. You gotta get shit-faced too to watch it.
Is Shad Khan sitting here like as a fan and watching this stuff, or is he just over in Illinois or Europe or wherever he is, just checking the box score, seeing they lost? Because there's no way if you're a passionate fan of this team, you can sit here and deal with this crap.
Because Marone should have been fired Monday, right?
Marone should have been fired last year, man. They like with what he was doing because literally in 2018 and 2019 it was the same story. They start off good and then he has this downward spiral. Like in 2018 they start off 3-1 after showing up in the AFC Championship game, then just put out horrible shows. And then last year he comes out there and we put out like the worst 5-game stretch in NFL history. This year, baby, we became the first team to ever lose to 3 winless opponents in a row. It's like, dude, like at some point, like what is Doug Marone's upside? He's no like offensive genius. He's no like great play caller. If we get rid of him, he probably doesn't even get an offensive coordinator job. He's probably back to the O-line. It's like, what is the upside here? You know what I mean? And I think Doug Marone will definitely be fired at the end of the year, but it's all about like Dave Caldwell. What are they going to do with Dave Caldwell? Like Dave Caldwell is making moves like he's going to be back next year. He's not trading away Ngakoue for a 2nd-round pick for the next GM. He's not freeing up all this cap room so the next GM can come in here and have the most cap room in the NFL. Like he's not trying to lock down that top 5 pick for the next GM. So that's what I'm worried about because you can defend different things with Dave Caldwell. He's had some decent drafts. He's done some good things, found some guys later on, but you can't defend 37-82. His record as a GM, 37-82. You can't defend that.
Oh, boy.
I like
crazy.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm passionate, man. I'm sitting here on Sundays pissed off, man.
I think the problem with this year was people got tricked into thinking we're going to be good. Go 1-0, like, oh man, and then we went 1-1 and should have won, so 2-0, 1-1, whatever. But I think that hurt us because at the end of the day, that we knew we were going to be this bad. Let's be honest. When you trade all your talent away,
you don't know you're going to be there.
You don't know that.
Oh, come on, bro. You knew we weren't going to be good.
But let me tell you something. It's any given Sunday, man. And that's real. Any given Sunday. I've seen it, man. You don't never know. You never know. I mean, I'm always going to be positive because I played this game. I got to be this way. If I go in, let me tell you, when I went to Oakland and real talk, I went in there, the vibe was down. It's like, oh, no, man. Oh, he does that anyway. Oh, watch this. They calling out what people do. They know how they act. You can't be that way. You can't think like that as when you start the season off. So that's why I don't think that way. You know what I'm saying? You already said it, so you already spoke it. So now we're terrible.
I knew we were going to be terrible. When you traded all your ones away and you got 3s and 4s playing in starter positions and your backups are 5s and 6s,
but that's
how are you going to win?
That's no different than when they get hurt. You got 3s and 4s. I played with 3s and 4s when they got hurt. It's no different. It's no
football.
Different. It's football. Football, Johnny. Football. Helmet. Football. So this is the type of attitude you need. Doug Marrone need. He need to begin to come and fire his ass up and get Duval back on his map, Mike. I'm telling you, man. That's all they need, some fire in their ass. And that's what they need. Anybody can play. Those guys can play. First of all, they show me they can play off the 3-4 games. They show me how they can come back from. Man, come on, man. You kept Derrick Henry from 100 yards. I know you got it. But if your coach is sitting there, yeah, man, because everybody gone, then yeah.
Well, this goes back to coaching. There's so much now video of this team. So people are now scheming to stop what they do good. So right there it goes back to coaching. If he can't stop what people are stopping on their scheme, then we have a problem here. Yeah. Am I right, Dalton?
Let me tell you this. Go ahead, Dalton.
One thing that I always said that the Jaguars are going to be good this year. Outside of coaching, 3 things has to happen. And it's a big reason why the Jaguars won the very first game. Minshew has to play like a franchise quarterback. We have to figure out, this is a guy.
He's not. Let's be honest.
First game, 19 for 20. He was great. You know what I mean? He was near perfect. Also, we needed the rookies to really contribute. First game, man, James Robinson showed up out of nowhere. CJ Henderson was rookie of the week. Chenault went out there and did some good things. Clavon Chason, went out and almost got a sack, but it got called back. And we were having rookies contribute, and also the injury bug, because the Jaguars have limited depth. So we had to stay clear of the injury bug. And then, obviously as the season goes on, we get more and more injured, but all those things happen, but obviously the reason why we've been kind of going downhill a little bit is because, Gardner Minshew has not been playing like a franchise quarterback, and he's not elevating this team, because you need what you want out of the quarterback position. You want a guy that is the best player on the field, that goes into a huddle, knows that, look, I'm going to get this job done. You guys follow my lead and I will get this done. Gardner Minshew, the last couple of games, man, he looks like the least confident player on the field. And the rookies haven't really been contributing as much as they were. So, it's just, and that when you combine with coaching, like John was saying, man, just Doug Marrone come out here. He's got no fire. He's just if I get fired, it's not up to me. I know it's, it's not like,
hey, that's how I sounded.
Inspiration, man. Yeah. Where's the inspiration, man? It's just, this team is a ship that sailed with no destination right now, man. We have no idea where this team's going.
We have no captain. We have man, listen, your coach got to be your biggest cheerleader or the ship going to start sinking. And if you watch every single game that we have played, Doug Marrone is walking around damn, I can't believe I still got a job. Good going, guys. It's horrible. Don't get me wrong, fellas. Now, let me say, we ain't the worst team in the league. The Vikings are bad.
I don't know about that.
No,
the Vikings are bad. The Jets are horrible. The Giants are bad. The Bengals are horrible.
The Bengals beat us. What are you talking about? They blew us out the water by 30 points.
Everybody that we beat is 1-6 now. Then we 1-6.
Yeah.
So with Minshew being hurt, Dalton, what do you want to see? Do you want that rookie to come in and play?
I want that rookie to come in and blow this thing up.
No, we want to lose. We want to lose. We want the number 1 pick to get Trevor Lawrence.
No,
we need a franchise quarterback.
You lucky we on the air. I'm gonna give you that.
I'm too quick for you, Hank. Too quick.
I don't like all that attitude. I love you.
It's the truth.
We're gonna lose. I don't want to lose.
I want
to lose on Sunday. I don't want them to lose on Sunday. I don't care if 2 games left.
You have to look at the season as a wash. The season's as a wash. We're not making the playoffs. So you want to do better for the next year. You need to set. This is your 5-year future. We're working on our 5-year future here.
John,
and start with the franchise quarterback.
If your company is doing horrible, you just go come in to work every day. Look like, man, screw that. Hey, what? Screw you, caller. No, man. You go do that. You go lose the whole year and say, well, we go better next year. We
talking sports though. This is different. We don't get draft picks. We don't get draft picks every year to come in.
You can get replaced, King.
I mean, anybody can get replaced what they do.
Honestly, I feel like with the quarterback position, like if you're not going to roll out Gardner Minshew, I mean, at this point, like we just got to evaluate the young talent on the team. That's why I say, look, I know Ben Bartch, the right guard, got his ass whooped last game, man. Throw him back out there, man. Let's see what we got in him. Let's see him. He's going against a tough matchup. Let's keep seeing him play. Like Jake Luton, like we know Glennon sucks. Like, come on, let's see what Luton has, man. Like he's got this big can of an arm. Like let's just see what he's got. Like Glennon, like. Come on, man. Like, no, don't give me that.
Minshew will be coming back next year. He's a great backup, and he's under contract still.
Yeah, I mean, Minshew to me this year proved that he's going to be in the NFL for a long time because he's a guy that you love. If your guy gets injured and Gardner Minshew's trotting out there, like he'll do what you say, he'll do what you coach, and he'll be out there. And if you fit a scheme around him, like he'll be good. But I don't see him as a guy that will that's going to really necessarily elevate a team. I just think his ceiling is kind of low as opposed to where you want him to be. And then he might just be, at the end of the day, like a Ryan Fitzpatrick, Case Keenum, like one of these guys that he'll hang around, he'll have a job, but you know what I mean? Yeah, like, or whatever. I mean, he's a little different prospect just the way he plays, but I don't know. Like, I just don't see him really elevating a roster. I feel like he plays to kind of the strengths of the team. And you want, like one thing with the NFL team, the NFL teams that stay good, there's 2 constant things about them. They have a consistent coaching staff when it comes to the head coach, and they have a franchise quarterback. It's the same reason why the Seahawks are in the playoffs every year ever since the LOB. Like that defense, like rosters turn over like crazy nowadays. Quarterbacks stay the same, and that's the reason why Seahawks they've had a really bad defense right now, and they've had really bad offensive lines. The offensive line is better now, but even when they were bad, they were still going to the playoffs. And you're going to see Patrick Mahomes is going to be in the playoffs every year. Belichick under Brady was in there every year. Like, so that's the thing, man. We got to find, we obviously got to find our head coach and, the quarterback. I don't think Gardner Minshew's a guy. I think we got to go.
John's not going to like what I'm about to say right here. So cover your ears. Okay. You start Mike Glennon because we want to lose this bad boy. We don't want to have another Minshew. We're bringing Luton in here and he starts winning games. We don't want that. I say you put Mike Glennon in there so we guarantee lose the games and we get Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, Dalton, help Johnny Jaguar because he don't know. How many quarterbacks have been a first-round draft pick that have made it great in the last 10 years?
Like you mean what quarterbacks have made their team great?
Yeah.
I mean, I listen like Patrick Mahomes. I mean, look, Louis the Chiefs, I mean, they had a Pro Bowl quarterback, Alex Smith, on their roster, but they're a winning organization. They said, look, we're not going to settle for the – can you imagine the Jaguars had Alex Smith? Oh, my God. They would give him all the money in the world. They would be racing him on a pet. Like, they would never go out and, pull the big balls move that they had and trade up in the first round to the top 10 and get him. So, I mean, and that's one thing. The Jaguars, they did a cop-out and they signed Nick Foles. They were like, look, like, Nick Foles has done it. We're desperate at quarterback. We need to go get this guy. But, I mean, he put them, over the limit. Even like Johnny Jaguar said, like, Wentz, I mean, he had an MVP type season before going down in 2017, I believe it was. So
you had to do for the Rams. He went to the Super Bowl. I mean, there is, but Tony, okay, let's win. Let's win and get 5th or 6th or 7th, 8th pick. Who are you going to get then when all the good quarterbacks are gone? What are you going to do then? Right tackle?
Listen, Tom Brady wasn't first-round draft pick. You don't have to
one Tom Brady. You can't use that analogy, man.
The world is not going to change. First of all, know this: Trevor Lawrence is going to the Jets. That's number one.
No, he's not going to go.
We'll talk about that when it happens. But players are not going to come on the field and say, "Man, I'm going to lose this because Trevor Lawrence coming." Because guess what? If you do, you're going to lose your damn job.
Right, but if I'm a coach or a GM, I put lesser talent in there to make sure we lose. There's ways of...
Listen, he could go in and be a superstar, and we could all be talking about this 2 weeks from now saying, "Oh, my God, this dude is awesome." Listen, you never know with players. And see, I think it's a cop-out. This whole Trevor Lawrence thing is a cop-out. I think there's number one, there's 6 players, quarterbacks coming out that's going to be, I feel, top notch. Okay,
who's the 6? Please explain it to me. Please tell me.
Trevor Lawrence is not the biggest thing that. Well, he's going to be the Heisman Trophy winner, and hands down, he may turn out to be good. But nothing guarantees you that quarterback's going to come in the NFL and win. And if he comes in, and I know you, if he comes to the Jaguars and he has a losing season, the first thing you'll say is, "Man, I don't know why we spent that money on him. We should have went and got somebody else."
Not at all.
Johnny, come on. Stop it. Stop the madness. Hey, first of all, let's say congratulations, Tony Washington. The boys winning like crazy.
Man, I heard.
34-0 right now. They're 4-0. Top 25 ranked still. So, I mean, hey.
They doing it. And they top what, 25 now?
Yeah.
Top 25.
Some of Florida State is not top 25. Let him know Coastal Carolina is top 25. Number 20, actually. Number 20, Tony. What's Florida State at? Please tell me.
Man, I'm trying to figure out what Tennessee is right now.
We're not ranked.
We ain't ranked.
127, Hen.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, so let me ask you this. So everybody, I'm gonna ask this question. Is it feasible to say that, number one, the Jaguars is not going to fire Marrone until the end of the season? Or does it take one more loss and they say, "Oh, hell, this is just too bad"?
No, end of the season, like I said, it'll be games 12 to 16 is when he'll get fired.
That's sad.
Who knows? I don't even know.
Now, let me ask you this. I said this last week, and I had some, I got so many emails and texts, and everybody, they even said it on damn ESPN, so I know I'm good. Fired Marrone ass, let Keenan McCardell be the intern. So at least, if nothing else come out of it, Keenan McCardell get a good look for his endeavors going into his coaching, career. Because let me tell y'all something. One thing everybody not thinking about, every time we lose, we messing up somebody's career on the Jaguar staff, on the team. And then what's going to happen is, me and Johnny Jaguar, we like some of the same players of Jaguar, especially the wide receivers. And man, let me tell you, we start losing them receivers and they go somewhere else. Man, you're going to see guys go to the Super Bowl and we all going to be sitting up here watching TV saying, "Look at this shit."
Oh, you do every week. You do every week when you watch the team.
Listen, every week, Johnny Jaguar will text me or call me and say, "Hey, you remember him? He used to be a Jaguar player."
Hey, Monday Night Football, we saw Al Robinson versus Jalen Ramsey, the two that got away.
Oh,
right.
Wow.
So about you, Dalton, do you think Marrone gets fired next game when we lose next week? Or are you talking end of the year? Or what do you think? Or does he even come back again crazily of next year? Which sounds crazy, but it might happen.
I think if he gets fired, it's like weeks like 14 to 16 or maybe I don't know. It's like if we fire him now, like I just don't know, like what is it? I don't know. I don't think the team's gonna win. Like if we fire him, I don't think all of a sudden, boom, the team's gonna get this spark, and all of a sudden Minshew is gonna start firing all cylinders and making all the throws and not overthrowing Keelan Cole on deep post routes. I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
It's possible. It's possible.
Hey, Dalton.
There's
let me ask you
positive
this.
Paulie over here.
Hey, Dalton. I'm gonna make everybody mad. Everybody watch show gonna be mad off of this one. Now, Dalton, if you're a GM at a team and Keelan Cole becomes available, would you take him?
I don't know. Does Dave Caldwell want to lose? He might try to get any trade value out of any of these guys. I don't know. Keelan Cole, he'll make a great addition. Packers right now would love Keelan Cole. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? He definitely has some trade value to him, especially since he's kind of cheap. But, I don't think, it's probably – you see guys going cheap right now. Like Everson Griffin went for like a 6th-round pick. Carlos Dunlap went out for a 7th-round pick. And those are defensive linemen, man. Defensive linemen, that's one thing. I think the Jaguars, honestly, can be fixed somewhat quickly. I think first you got to fix the defensive line. I don't even you can have the secondary kind of lack. You can have, even the linebackers are kind of decent, but man, if you're not getting any pressure on the quarterback, anybody's, we could play Blake Bortles next week and he's going to complete 11 straight completions.
Hey man, don't be hating on my guy right here.
Yeah,
don't be hating on my guy.
Hey, I love Blake Bortles. He was a UCF guy. I love him, but it's the truth, man. You got to fix the defensive line because, man, we're not getting any pressure on the quarterback. And
well, you saw my post yesterday or last week, that first quarter or first half, we got pressure, and look what happened. Yeah, it was close. Then we started getting the pressure and got blew out.
Yeah, and I think that has to change. I think you need to figure out the quarterback position, and you need to get a shakeup up top because, I know a lot of people say, oh, Jalen Ramsey left because of Tom Coughlin. Well, Tom Coughlin was gone, and Unique Ngakoue still took a $6 million pay cut to get out of here. So there's still something in the organization that's not good. So, and at this moment, man, this is the most attractive GM job in the NFL if you fire him this year. You got two first-round picks, one pick that's going to be a top 5 pick, so you're not going to be tied to any quarterback. Most cap space in the NFL, so you can spend all the money and hire your own head coach. You know what I mean? If all of a sudden, they stick Dave Caldwell around, you get a new coach, and next year all of a sudden you're 5-11 again. All of a sudden, Dave Caldwell probably drafts a quarterback, so the next GM's going to be tied to a quarterback. You're back to normal draft capital. I don't know how much money he's going to spend next year. This is the year, man. You've got to do it because, dude, what GM would not want to come here with all the capital that they have? And also, you're guaranteed. You can be look, you can have 7 or 8 double-digit loss seasons in a row, and I'm not going to fire you because that's what Shad Khan has proven. He ain't going to fire anybody for nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get at least 3 years to either
grow it or mess it up. 4 or 5. Well, Gus got 4, didn't he?
Yeah, he got 4. And Dave Caldwell has had – Dave Caldwell, every year he's been here except for 2017, been here since 2013. He's only had 1 season that wasn't a double-digit loss season.
So what do you – see, me personally, and all of us are close, and we talk about this stuff offline. I can't see it, guys. You got to get Marrone. You're going to lose. A lot of these players are not, no matter what you do, are not going to want to stay in Jacksonville if you don't fire Marrone right now. You got a lot of players that's going to be like, you know what? This organization cannot make good decisions when you need to, and I'm out. No matter who you bring here, unless by chances you bring somebody like Mike Tice here, who everybody wants to play for. If you bring Mike Tice here, everybody wants to play. John's going to tie his laces back up.
So, speaking about, losing right now, hey, what's going on with Tennessee Vols right now, man? 127.
I don't know, man, but I still carry the orange. I will not die. I will bleed orange. I will bleed the orange. Even when we got a bad season, I'm going to bleed the orange and the teal. So that's what it is. And I do a little bit of silver, too. You ever heard of it? No, man, I don't know, man. It just, we lost to the top ranked team. So, those guys, those guys are good. Alabama, Georgia, they're just good, man. They get
maybe they're tanking for Lawrence.
Yeah.
Listen, okay, let's
but don't let's don't knock the COVID now. I like to talk about it because I make sure people are aware of it.
Yeah, that's where I want to go next. I want to talk about this. So here's an issue that I have right now in the NFL and college. So every day a listing comes out and they say, hey, so-and-so's got COVID. Hey, this person got COVID. Hey, that person got COVID. Hey, John, tell them what you don't hear when they announce what they got COVID.
How the players are doing. Are they recovering? You don't hear that. We heard about Sabian recovery. We see him, but you don't hear about all those players with the Titans. You ain't heard about what Lex said 20 of the guys on Florida Gators had it. How are they doing? But all we know is they gonna play next week.
It's amazing.
The COVID I see on Facebook that people go through, I'm like, well, dang, is it like are they going through this, or they just got little symptoms? Which you don't know it.
You never hear it. And here's what's funny. So Bobby Bowden, ex-coach of Florida State, he got it. Now, here's the difference when Bobby Bowden got it than when players get it in the NFL or college. One day they said Bobby Bowden got it. Next day they said Bobby Bowden having breathing complications. Then they said Bobby Bowden this. Then they said Bobby Bowden that. And they took you through a whole session. And then today, Bobby Bowden's doing a little better. He's getting out of the hospital. He's breathing better. Okay, I like that. But what about the other? What are we at now? 100 players that we
Yeah, so the Jaguars' new quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, who has it right now, says he has mild signs of it, and he's just gonna rest. That's your update. Your new Jaguar quarterback.
That ain't gonna be the new Jaguar quarterback. So stop the foolishness. But yes, Trevor Lawrence has it, and he's still playing college ball. And I'd like to see what's gonna happen tomorrow because they made the announcement that he has it. So I want to see the progression of he's doing better. He took this, he took that. Fever's going down. What the hell is going on? Because like John said, a whole heap of Titans had it, and you never heard, well, this one's coughing or this one's got fever or this one. All you heard was the players had it. Players were quarantined. Hey, we playing next Sunday.
So what about, okay, now look, we know they done everybody. So it's getting close to the end of the season, right? It's getting close for college and football.
Close.
I mean, what if it hit hard? How do everybody can't keep buying it, keep having a buy. So it's just going to
have to push it back.
They're going to push it back. I mean, listen.
How long you going to keep pushing it back?
Well, John, I will say this. The NFL is doing those billionaires that we talk about all the time, I can say this. They are doing as much as any sport for containment, for relief, for whatever. But when I look at the college, I don't think I'm seeing that same thing. And look, the NFL already said they don't want to push this thing back and then push back the Super Bowl and then push back, whatever. But they know that that's on the table. They know that, hey, if it gets to a point where everybody got to have a bye and another bye and another bye, it's going to be pushed back. But the NFL is going to move forward. Listen, we don't know where we're going to be at the end of the year. We don't know where we're going to be at by the time Super Bowl is supposed to come.
Right.
So we're only having 20% at the stadium this year for the Super Bowl.
Well, it only takes two people. I mean, hell, it only takes two people for you to get it. The one that got it and the one that go get it. Listen, John, I'll say this. There are companies out there currently, and I'm talking private companies, that are doing a great job at this same, thing of containment. Hey, don't come to work. Work from home. If you got to work, you got to take your temperature in the morning, got to take your temperature in the afternoon. So there are companies out there that's doing, listen, we don't know. This is new for everybody.
Right.
So we don't know what to do, and all we can do is do our best. Now, for the people that's not doing nothing, that's a bunch of malarkey. I mean, hell, if you ain't doing nothing, then you throwing it out there. But I agree with you, John. I want to hear more. If 5 players on the Jaguars got it, I want to hear how they doing, what their progression are. I don't want to hear they had it on Monday, they playing on Sunday because all of a sudden they took some vitamin C and they're great. They don't have a temperature.
Hey, we do that. We do that. We'll take shots. We'll take all those type of things. I don't know if they can do it now, but back then I need to get on the field. Stick me here, stick me there, and I got to go. I got to play football today. That's the mentality. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand that. So I know they trying to get back. You can't get back on the field. You halfway breathing. Ain't no way. Right. You gonna drop dead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that. It'd be so good, but it's what
no, it's true, man. It's true.
It's a true statement because listen, and John, you and I, Big Head, you and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Okay, now we're getting into the cold season, and where players, all right, now we talk about going into Green Bay playing. Woo! You talking about going into New York?
Flu, pneumonia. You still don't forget about pneumonia and the flu and
yeah.
We're gonna opt out this week.
Oh my gosh, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
So I don't know. I tell you what, I'm curious to see, and I tell you guys if I'm right about this. Once again, I'm a genius. I foresee. Hey, here it comes. I call it. Dalton, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
Are we gonna make a bet on this? Because I like to go to the room Chris dinner. Yeah, no,
it's gonna get cold and real cold in Green Bay, New York. Everywhere's gonna start getting cold in about 3 weeks. That's when you're gonna see the extra bye weeks, the extra this, the extra that. And I believe that the NFL is gonna say 2 weeks off, everybody.
I don't see that. happening.
Hey,
I don't know, because once you give them off, are they gonna all hang out in their house, stay huddled in their basement? They're gonna be like, "Oh, we got 2 weeks vacation, yo, let's go to Cancun." Hey, let's leave the. I don't know. I will see.
No, I don't see that happening.
He said Florida has bipolar weather too.
Our Florida weather crazy. Everybody gonna be sick in 2 weeks.
Hey, but the trade-off to cold weather is more people hanging out inside. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So Dolan, being such a big Jags fan, they're not playing this Sunday. Do you watch the other games, or are you just strictly Jags only? And then Sunday you do something else since they're not playing?
Oh, dude, I'm an NFL fan, man. I got my fantasy teams fired up. I got Red Zone. That's a stress-free Sunday for me, man. You best believe I'll be out there watching the games, man.
What about you, John? Are you gonna be watching the NFL games, or you gonna be doing other stuff?
No, man. So today, well, I didn't get to tell y'all about my Halloween. Man,
yeah, what are we doing for Halloween?
Trick or treat real quick to everybody, man. Be safe if you're going out there and getting the candy, check the can, maybe mom. But don't come to Big Hen house because I ain't doing it. I'm quarantined. You know what I'm saying? This is how we doing it. So we just doing some things in the house, making them knock on the door, and booga. Hey, and y'all good.
Wooga.
hey, and let them be good. So I'm gonna have all my lights off, so just let everybody know. Don't come by Big Hen house this day. What you doing, Tony?
Hey, I got the grandkids going to my daughter's. My daughter set up this. She set her whole place up, so it's all tricked out Halloween, and we're gonna take the kids in there. And we're just gonna have a good time. She made all these different concoctions, which I'm gonna put on the website once I get over there and take some pictures. But she got some fly stuff going on. My daughter Brittany got all kind of crazy stuff going on for her nieces and nephews. So we're gonna go to the house. We're gonna celebrate. Let the kids do their little trick or treating inside her house. Watch some movies. And listen. If COVID didn't do any good, it did one good for everybody in this world. You know what it did? It brought families together because it forced you to stay in the house and get to know your family better.
The truth, it brought a lot of families, but a lot went through because, bro, I done seen some stuff on flying, man, that, woo.
It caused some divorces too now.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make it seem like it's all good. Begin to keep it real. I see stuff like, man, but I don't want to talk about that because there's some of it bad. But, I'm praying. I want to just pray for everybody because, man, we need it. But, John, what I'm going to be doing Sunday, I'm going to be cleaning up. Just to let you know, I just want to answer that question for you.
Oh, yeah? All day you not watch no football?
It'll be on. I can hear it, but I'm still clean. I like to clean, baby.
Listen, y'all know John got OCD like cleaning.
Man. Oh, I got it, man. I'm sorry. It's just what it is, man.
If you go to John's house, you better take your shoes off, and you better have a vacuum walking behind you as you walking, because he'll be coming behind you.
Right behind you, John T. Hey, another quick note. Go vote.
Yes, please go vote.
Don't know who you vote for. Just go vote. You count. It matters. There you go.
And please don't lose your friendship over voting.
Oh,
please. It's everybody's choice to vote for who they want to. And please don't lose your friendship because somebody don't vote the way you vote. It's not, listen, it's the whole reason we're set up like this, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for who you want. And if your friend says, well, if you don't vote for so-and-so, then we can't be friends no more. I'm taking y'all. Look, John, what's the biggest thing you and I said we saw on Facebook? If you vote for this person, I'm going to unfriend you. Yeah. Listen, you can't do that. You can't do that because everybody has their right to vote. The only way I'm going to unfriend you is if you set up something on Facebook and say, I'm not voting. Because listen, if you don't vote, you don't have an opinion. Right. I don't want to hear it. Don't talk about it next year. Don't come up to me talking about, oh, man, I can't believe so-and-so did this. And did you vote? Nope. But I don't want to hear it. It's guaranteed. And listen, it's really important that everybody vote. If you didn't get early voting done, man, you still got time. You need to think about who you're voting for. Vote for somebody that's going to do right by you. Don't worry about what the party is. Vote for somebody that's going to do right by you. That's my advice to everybody. And everybody have a happy Halloween. I'm going by Dalton House to steal my Florida State stuff.
You have a drive, bro. You have a drive. You got to go to
find me, son. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, I'm over in the 407, man. Come find me.
Hey, let me see that Florida State, man.
All right, I'll hold it up. Let me get out of here.
Hey, man, we still messed it up. Last day we represented breast cancer awareness, baby.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
We're starting to get there. Okay.
It's getting there. It's a slow process.
Yeah. Hey, Dalton, when you going to make a JFL?
Yeah. Dalton, when you going to make a JFL?
Hit the DMs, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know what DM is. Hey, so John.
Yeah, I don't rep Florida State, man. I rep UCF. I don't got anything. I got all Jack.
I also know UCF stuff in there. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't got anything in here, man.
I know, right?
I'm in UCF. I'm in UCF hiding right now.
Hey, so John,
we're back to your relevance, bro.
Trade deadline is coming on Tuesday. So, what was it like for you approaching that? Were you ever nervous about being traded or like seeing like close friends get traded? Like, what was that like week coming into it like for you as a young player and an older player, I guess, as well?
Nothing for me. I wasn't thinking about it.
You never thought about it?
No. Only time
that's because everybody wanted it.
Let me tell you something. I was in the barbershop. I watched the draft. I saw him draft. Who is that? What is his name? From Hawaii?
Eric Harvey?
No, the one that played D tackle. The one that
Stroud? Marcus Stroud?
No. Tyson Alualu.
There you go. Tyson. Represent Tyson. Great. Yeah, good guy, man. I met him once before here. But yeah, and I called down there and I asked, what y'all doing? I told them, they didn't tell them what they doing. Y'all, because I know you was doing something. When I saw it in the barber chair, yeah, that's when I knew it was time. That's when I knew they were finna do something. And I tried to get ahead of it, try to see what they was doing. And, they said they was trying to find a trade and see what they trade me for, a second, third, all that. I was like, look here, man, as a grown man, you need to go ahead and tell me something now. I don't feel that. That ain't real for me. This is a business. And, you come to me like, we really thinking about trading you. Okay, you got me some options. Okay, now I can go out there and my agent can do his job. Don't do it at the last minute when I got to scramble and you trying to trade me and they might not trade me, then you go cut me. No, man, we ain't finna do that. Let's do it right. Everybody can go on their business and we ain't got to deal with all the attitude. Let's do it right. So I tried to get in front of it. I did a little bit. So when he got drafted, I went on about trying to find a place.
Was locker room talk like that though? Like trade week, was everybody like nervous at all?
I never seen it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Because I'm around Stroud. You know, nobody knew Stroud. I didn't know Mike P. I didn't know them people just finna up and go just like that. It happened like that. So just don't know, man. You don't know what they doing in that damn room, man.
Hey, so John. So John, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know this, and I know we getting short for time. But Johnny Jaguar brought this up, and I remember this day because you and I was together, and I remember you getting in the car and said, "I'm going to the stadium." I said, "Oh hell, he going to jail." I remember that. Listen, me and John have been through so much together, but I remember that because I saw how bad it hurt you, and you said, "I'm going to talk to Weaver."
Just the way you when you catch, I mean, they call you off guard, man.
I remember. But when you went and saw Weaver, because I wasn't able to catch up with you. I remember you took off.
It wasn't Weaver's decision. It was he let it happen because he put people in place, just like Khan put people in place. That's the only person I went to talk to before I left. When I got cut, I went to him and told him thank you. And he looked at me and said, "Big John, you got a lot more football left." And I know I already knew that. I knew it. And I thanked him for it, and I just hit my dogs, and I left, man. I had to go on by my business. But look here, man. Look. I know we want to talk and keep it going, but the show is over because my wife is calling. I got to decorate. It's Halloween time. It's spook time. It's college football time. It's time to go. JFL, we out of here. B. Dalton, we love you, baby.
Woo!
Done.
Good to see you, Dalton.
Y'all too, man.